Hi! It's been a hot minute since I did a travel vlog, so come with me on my most recent trip to Japan. The flight felt a lot longer than it actually was. I don't know what this guy in front of me was gripping onto so tight for. But after a really long flight, we finally touched down. So an important thing that I forgot to take into account was that we were moving from city to city quite frequently, and we had brought 4 luggages with us, okay? And it was so stressful carrying it around. Very stressful day. So every time we would get on and off the train, we would have to carry 4 luggages on our own. So like 2 big check-in luggages and 2 small cabin luggages, because we would be in Japan for quite some time. This is just me passing time on the train. I generally love train rides, but this was a day full of train rides because we were traveling from Narita Airport in Tokyo all the way up to Sapporo in Hokkaido. When we finally got to Sapporo, we had our first meal of the day, and I was so hungry I actually got gastric from this. And dinner was so good, I had to make a little mukbang because I promised one of my friends that I would make a mukbang throughout the whole Japan trip. And everything was so fresh, despite what people have been saying recently about the seafood in Japan. I guess it just means more sushi for me. This is my favorite place in Japan. Every convenience store is a place to spend so much money. This is our favorite place. And it is literally not good for our bank account. After our convenience store run, we finally called it a night. I can tell my mom is so done with me here. One thing I really love about Japan is how convenient and efficient it is to move from place to place with public transport. And I think that's something that Malaysia is not so efficient in. And it's really accessible here as well because it's really well planned out. Here we took a bus tour that I think the Japanese travel agency provides, but it's not free. You do have to pay, but it takes you to several different tourist spots in biei. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but they take you to tourist spots all within half an hour. So it is half an hour, or if I'm not mistaken, all within an hour, and it is quite packed, but it is just enough time to see everything that you need to see and then go back on the bus. So this way you don't have to find your way around, because generally in countrysides in Japan, from what I observed, public bus stops are not as easy to find as it is in the city. The view was so pretty in this blue pond spot, and I will let the rest speak for itself. This was at a flower farm that was so pretty, even though it was quite late into spring and most of the flowers were no longer in season. there was still a good amount of flowers left. This is late spring and beginning of autumn. I will say it was quite warm when we were in Japan. As compared to the predicted weather, it was 2 to 5 degrees warmer than what we initially thought it would be. And I think it's because spring started late, so autumn started late as well. Even though I didn't understand most of what the tour guide was saying as it was in Japanese, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I guess if they were telling me about the flowers, I wouldn't know. But my mom does speak a bit of Japanese, so she was translating most of it for me.